What's up, everybody? Freddie G here today for another session of CryptoChat. Today I actually got a special guest with me. I mentioned him the other day. My friend Samuel Hightower. So here we are. Got you on the CryptoChat. I actually got you on the full screen. Say what's up real quick, Sam.
Yo, what up?
Yep. So I'm putting us down into where we could both be seen. But yeah, just like introduce yourself real quick. Tell everybody who you are.
Oh, you know who I am. No, I'm just I'm just kidding. Pretty sure not too many people know who I am, and not that I keep it that way, but it's just more of, yeah, I guess I'm not putting myself out there as much as I could, but I'm an artist. I would say I kind of learned, I guess, different things about 3D design, 2D design back when I was going to ITT Tech, where I met Fred, but also I guess we
Yeah, we've
went
been
to
friends
Seattle
for
there
a
for
long
a
time.
while, and definitely, yeah, I've kind of gone through some different things together. And I would say in the case of,
Crypto.
uh, yeah, well, where I am now, I would say like I'm still making art. I'm still doing the things like I do 3D printing. I made T-shirts. I made my Corona mask. I made my shirt. Like all kinds of different things that I make all the time. That's pretty much the type of person I am. But um, yeah, what this is relating to is something that honestly I've been trying to figure out how to get more educated on when it comes to financial literacy and stuff like that. And I think that's the most important thing that any person in the world should be figuring out truly how the money works and where it is right now and what technologies it's gone through. And yes, crypto would be, I would say, effectively
Like the pinnacle point in
well, it's
like
like the
history.
next round of technology. Like if
Yeah.
we went from no computer, but it was the microchips and the boards, and then going from that to what could build the new technology of the monitors and the screens and the computer and any electronic that showed up. That was what the microchip and that stuff did. And then now we've been using that for hella to where it's like super good and super little and super powerful. And it's moved forward into like where we are now. And the internet is just like a layer on top of that stuff versus this is, yeah, technology that's a money technology, but also it's an internet technology at the same time.
Yeah, no,
It's
that's
like kind
that's
of like,
definitely what we're trying to talk about. So let's just like step back one sec. So basically, like today, we're gonna just be talking about, and what this channel is about is just basically like becoming more educated about cryptocurrency. Oh, my phone just had a little. That must have been a bleep from one of the markets or something. But no, so we're gonna be like focusing a little bit more on just like the educating part of crypto, but at the same time we're gonna touch on a little bit of everything. Yeah, I think with that said, we should probably. What do you think, Sam? Should we go into looking at the prices, or should we talk about the news a little bit first? Hold on, let me put my
I
phone on.
guess I haven't been like keeping up with the news too much today, except for kind of what I mean. I think maybe if you're new to crypto, you may not know this, but if you are been following along, like yeah, you may already know that what some of the bigger news I would say that's happening for at least the
All right, so let's
exchanges and
go
some of
here.
that stuff.
And obviously, Sam, we were having an issue, but like you can't see what I'm doing. But so I'm in Google News, and I literally just typed in cryptocurrency, and like let me just refresh it to make sure I have all the latest and greatest things. So the first thing is about this is the fintech that Mark Cuban says you should learn about now. So it's literally like Mark Cuban in the beginning.
Uh-oh. Who's Mark Cuban, y'all?
He's at Shark
Shark
Tank.
Tank.
Yup.
He's one of the Shark Tank
And
people. And then there's Kevin O'Leary, which is the other dude, which is Mr. Wonderful. So y'all need to keep up with these names because
right.
ultimately
So,
we might be throwing them
so
out
what we're
there.
gonna do here with the news, we're not gonna go like specifically and like look at everything, but we're just throwing out what these head titles are, and if people want, they have to go and like look at these things on their own and read these articles
Right.
on their own. We're just looking
Most definitely.
at
You
what's
definitely got
going
to do
on
your own
here,
research and do your own due
and like this is
diligence.
all
We
current
can't tell you
news.
everything.
So like if you Google this is like all this stuff. It's like what I just said about the Mark Cuban thing. Like that was posted 6 hours ago.
Right.
So
But there also are other places that you can scope out news, I would say. Not that I'm going to share my screen at the moment, but Definitely coinmarketcap.com.
And I have
Like,
that up. Believe
going,
me, I have. We're gonna get into that.
not just
So
you, but I'm just saying, like,
no,
just
yeah,
as we're going through this, I'm just going to throw out some
no,
key
yeah. People
jewels.
need to
But
know
this is
these
the stuff.
websites for sure.
Yes.
So let's just
Coin
run through.
Gecko.
Let's run through a few of these like head titles so we could kind of get through the news. But so yeah, there's a JPEG for 70 million. Welcome to the stranger world of cryptocurrency art. Like that's a head
Oh,
title.
yeah. Them NFTs.
Yep. All right. Let's see here. What else looks good? Bitcoin is not a stock. CoinDesk.
It's
Yes,
not.
it's
And
not.
it's not. Like, that's the first step. Understanding that it's not the stock market. Stock market is specifically for companies,
That's
and
the
you're only a
traditional market.
fraction. Yeah, and well, it's a market. Like I would say, there's the commodities market. That's how gold and silver and rice and oil and all that
Sugar
stuff
and salt and all that.
is
Yeah.
still being traded in that way, and that's why they still have a market to be able to gauge those prices out with. Like, and that's
All right.
why the prices change in the grocery store
Oh yeah.
or in the gas station or whatever. Like, that's why they're changing, is because the market is still existing in that way.
All right. Here's another one. It's non-fungible tokens, apostrophes, NFTs, skyrocket in popularity.
Wow.
Which I think
NFTs,
we're
people.
going to talk about that a little more later. But go ahead, Sam.
No, yeah. Keep going, dude. I'm not gonna
All
let me
right.
interrupt you. We'll get through the news here, but
Yeah, we'll
there's
just go
plenty
through
to
a
be
few
said.
more. I'm just kind of scrolling through like within the day or two of news. Let's see here. So this is just Google News here, and I actually do have CoinDesk up. So let me switch in there. Here's the one I actually wanted to talk about, and I'll actually just open this one so that way our viewers can see what we're like a little more in depth. But this one says Grayscale offers new trusts to invest in 5 more cryptocurrencies, including Filecoin, Chainlink, and then let's see, and then in the article it says the other ones. So basically, the 5 are Chainlink, and then it's Brave. It's the basic attention token, Mana, and yeah, those. So did I say the 5? Oh, Filecoin. So yeah, Filecoin,
Oh yeah,
Chainlink,
Filecoin's been
Mana, basic
popping.
attention.
Jesus Christ, Filecoin has been like popping so damn hard. I wish I had bought it back when it was a lot
And
less.
I honestly,
Like,
it like barely popped up on my radar too. Like I only
jeez,
noticed it a
a
couple days
hundred
ago.
percent in the 108% in the past 7 days. 108%.
Here and
That is
actually,
too
um,
much.
what I want to show here, I'm actually just gonna show Cardano,
Oh
and I think
God, it's going to the run.
we'll end it after we go into a little bit of this Cardano news, and then we'll just kind of look at some charts. But let's see here. Is it coming up? Oh, I totally typed it wrong. Sorry. Oh, no, not Cardini either.
We do actually know
Cardano.
about this stuff, y'all. Nah, I'm just kidding. Like,
Let's see. Okay,
if
so here's
there's
the
a lot of things.
news. Like, and this is obviously from yesterday, but Coinbase Pro adds support for Cardano's ADA.
And
So,
that's what I was talking about in the beginning.
yep.
Crucial information that allows more people, if you're new to crypto, this is going to allow you more than likely to get into it easier than maybe what we did, because we had to go through multiple platforms to get some of these different things that were some of the pretty much the key crypto that you want to have. I would say the top 20, the top
So
30,
just
like that's the ones.
talk about the exchanges a little bit, Sam. Just kind of like Coinbase and the difference, like on crypto and stuff like that. And
No, for sure. They all have different advantages and disadvantages. I would say, like in the case of what they provide when it comes to the actual crypto themselves, but then also to the benefits of having, like, let's say, for example, crypto.com in the beginning, you get 30 days of free trading, which means that you're not getting hit with that fee of really and it's not a fee from them, it's a fee from the system that you're buying into. So if you're, let's say, buying Bitcoin, the fee's coming from Bitcoin, not from crypto.com or particularly Cardano or whoever. And certain ones can be cheaper to exchange than others, like when you're going from your fiat money to the cryptocurrency itself, or if you're going from like a stable coin, which is, one locked into a dollar's price, at least the stable coins that we're using over here in America. I can't say if there's different stable coins in other countries, but I think these are the stable coins that ultimately are across the whole world. Is like the Tether, the USD coin, the DAO, or I think that's what it's called.
Yeah,
There's like
and
three of them.
the big thing
Basically,
that
that lots of
Cardano's
money.
getting listed is because it technically, like, the only other place where it was offered, I guess, in the U.S. was on Crypto.com, which they're
Right.
based like
And
in
that's
Europe
why
or
they were
whatever.
the like the ones. And that's why Crypto.com honestly was kind of like the biggest hitter player in the game. But also Crypto.com, like Binance, they both have their own tokens which allow them to store value within their own system, like in a sense. So basically, and with them, particularly Crypto.com, it has that, that credit card that allows you to, you have to have a certain amount of it and things like that. But the benefits are it actually gives you free services that you already buy every day, depending on the level of credit card that you have when it comes to um, Netflix and Hulu and all that stuff. Like you basically take that expense off the table with having this particular card, but you would have to buy into it in a certain way. It's not the same thing as like having credit. More like this time, it's just about having enough money to just get started with it. So
No,
this is where
and
if you
as
don't have
and
good credit, you don't have to worry about that.
yeah,
It's not about
and like
credit.
really quick segue, just because we were talking about Crypto.com, because I was looking on my phone here, I was trying to figure out like this one article I saw, but just right now, here's an article. It says Crypto.com continues supporting sponsorship as deal with NHL team is announced. So they're talking about like the National Hockey League or whatever,
Oh, okay.
and it obviously is for something with NFTs. So
Right.
yeah, and
Yeah. And NFTs. I mean, that's a whole nother subject to talk
so no,
about, but
we're
NFTs.
actually going to go into that right now. But the last thing I really wanted to show about the news, or just say, I couldn't find the article, but I know that basically they're having those Africa talk conferences. They're supposed to be like posted by tomorrow. They might be happening now, but that's basically all for like Cardano and announced and
Now,
like.
what countries did you see? Like what countries they're talking about that
Well,
that's
I don't think
happening
they're
in?
doing it in I don't think they're doing it in Africa, but that's what it's like the Africa, like,
Oh,
I'll have to
okay.
look
I'm
it up,
sure
but
it's
it's.
like remote and online, as everything else is right now. But
Yeah,
in
so
the case
they're
where
having a big speech
it's
about
broadcast to
basically
everybody,
doing the decentralized finance in Africa. So like that's like if those conferences go well, like Cardano's gonna blow up, and it already is. Like Cardano,
yeah, it's already not gonna blow
so
up.
right
Yeah,
now,
but I'm
like I'm in the chart, so like we're pretty much moving on from the news, and we're just gonna go through the charts really quick. Bitcoin, obviously number one, sitting at 59,200, like a little over 59,200, and then this is on a coin market cap. So
right. I'm looking at that too at the moment.
Ethereum 1,800 basically. Cardano sitting at a buck 40, buck 39. Binance coin, which I gotta say I got some of that, and ever since I bought that, it's pretty much been up for me. Even when it's down, it's up because I I got it so cheap.
And
But
honestly, I think that like a lot of this stuff, though. I mean, you talked about Cardano being like, well, ultimately it's a system to help just countries and different nations or whatever that don't have banked people. They don't have a banking system that these people are just dealing with
yeah,
almost
and those
like
are deeper
nothing.
subjects that we probably
Right.
definitely will
But
touch on
like I
and
would
like
say,
later on.
it's good just in general to
Oh
understand what
yeah,
each one of these things are doing. They're not the same thing. They're not all just a currency. They do have different levels of what their capabilities are. And Bitcoin is the beginning of understanding what the capabilities could have possibly been. But these other newer ones, Cardano, Binance Coins technically would be considered like a newer platform because it actually does have other things going on.
yeah,
It has an ecosystem. Like
and
it's like on CoinMarketCap is like its own tab now.
And what I'm
So
actually doing really quick too, like just, and you can keep talking, but I'm showing people, like I clicked into Binance Coin and it like gives you like more specific information, and I
right.
scroll down to where it gives you the description and like basically links to
Yeah.
the white paper of it, which
Right.
that's where people need to go to do their own research. So, but
Right.
yeah,
Like
keep
see if
going.
like what they're talking about is legit. Like these top ones, these top 10, like 100% are legit. You know what I mean? Like they're doing what they're meant to be doing, like overall at the very moment. But their full adoption is not there when it comes to just the world understanding really what this stuff's about. Like this is like another level to the internet before it's even been built, or it's being built, but it's not fully online yet. It's not 100%. But Bitcoin's been the one that's been online the longest, and it is been tried and true. It hasn't been hacked. Like they've been updating the way that the Bitcoin code works ultimately, but they're not upgrading like the capacity of it, which that 21 million like cap on the actual Bitcoin's number is the most important factor in it, is that it is something that is visible to the entire world. We all know what the total amount it could possibly have, which is 21 million, and right now it's at 18.6 million. And it's going to take about 100 years or so to get to the last bit of like the
Yeah, it's
Bitcoin
supposed to be
mining
like
that's possible.
2140 or something like
So
that,
it's going to
or
take so
something.
long that obviously the people we're talking to right now, you're going to be
They might be
long
watching these
gone.
videos 100 years from now, huh? Like
Well, the
looking back
newer,
at us.
the people that are children or the people who are younger, like they might be able to survive to get to that point because like everything's people might be living longer than they ever have at that point. But
Uh,
either way it goes, like this particular one Bitcoin is it's going to take that long to get to the total.
oh yeah.
And in between that time, I'm sure governments and all kind of people are going
Oh,
to
so
adopt
much will change.
the way that this stuff's working in such a way that this is effectively the new money and Bitcoin is the new gold, and some of these other ones are different factors in that new money technology. And even down to not even just money, and I think Fred even mentioned that in the first video, is that it's not just for money, it's for lots of different human systems that have been formed into contractual things or things that involve like paperwork that you're continuously filling out again and again when it comes to the doctor or to
Oh
the
yeah.
DMV or different places. It's
Like
gonna like
blockchain
eliminate
itself
that.
has got more potential than just for
Right.
money. Like
Right.
yes.
And
Yeah.
blockchain is the key.
And
It's
that's
like
what a lot of people don't even know.
that's what
Like
all of this is a blockchain technologies and different networks that have been created from that
yep.
technology.
And we're not going to take time to explain what blockchain is. You go on Google and figure out
Yeah.
what it is on your own. Like,
That's what
like
yes. That's what the homework
but
is for
that's what
this.
everything is going to run off in the future. Even though internet's going to a blockchain like new like upgrade
Right.
and nobody
Which
even
ultimately
realizes
means
it.
that your computer, my computer, and everybody's computers are actually talking to each other directly, not the information going to a server and then redistributed back out to everybody else. Like it's actually going to be just like a direct peer to peer
Yeah.
type of technology. And that's what
And
Napster was built on in the beginning, or LimeWire, BearShare, all the
BitTorrent.
different things, all those different things.
And there
Exactly.
actually
BitTorrent
is a
was so
BitTorrent
good.
coin, but no, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. But no, I
Right.
just want to show basic attention token is sitting at 54, and it's been up all day. It's like 20%
Yeah.
up or whatever. And
Yeah.
then I
That's a
actually
good one
wanted
to
to
hold.
show Mana because that was one that basically got announced with Grayscale. It was the basic attention, and then Mana and Chainlink and stuff. And obviously Chainlink's been in the top for a while now. I think they've been like top in the top 10 or whatever. But yeah, Mana's at $1.04. Wow, it just turned $1.06.
Yeah, basic attention has gone up 20% today, and it's geez at 42%, almost 43% in the past 7 days. These numbers are just they're just so large that it's hard to understand like really what that means. That means that this stuff's moving so fast that there's a limited time to be able to catch it before it spikes. And then when it does, it's going to be at a new level that it may spike again, but it may not be able to spike as hard as it keeps getting larger. So as you catch these things and it's not about necessarily the price, it's all about the market cap.
Yeah.
But yeah, those will be for different episodes, different things. We like more focus in on what that stuff means.
Yep, and we're
But I
still
think,
getting the like grip of doing these videos anyway. So a lot of these, even though we're recording them and uploading them, they're still kind of like practice for us and trying to get the hang of like getting the whole system down for making these videos. But no, yeah, I'm switching over here real quick to just kind of show Bitcoin on a 4 hour candle. So it's up. Bitcoin's like just a little over 59K. So, like Sam mentioned to me earlier today, because he actually watched my video from yesterday, and he mentioned that I should like have explained the moving averages a little better, which basically those are like the lines that we're seeing here on the screen, and they're basically based on the trend of them running a certain amount of days, which you can actually customly put what you want. So, like right now, I'm on a 7, 25, and 90, but really like the main ones that I've noticed that like a lot of people that do technical analysis, like YouTubers that actually like, you watch their channel and they're like making all the triangles and making the lines and all that. They really look at the 20 and like the 40 or the 50, and then the 90 is crucial, and then the 200. So those are basically days. So the line represents that's the days and that's the price that it's been averaging. So for an example, the way that my moving averages are here, these lines, this is on a 4 hour candle, which means that every little stick, whether it's blue or I'm sorry, green or red, is like a 4 hour period. So I'll just move it over to like, let's say like a month. And if we look at the month, like that looks ridiculous. And that just means that basically since January 9th, 2020, Bitcoin has been on a parabolic move. Like these candles each represent 1 month. So I'll go back to like a hourly candle. This is what it looks like on an hour. So you could see as I go through different like times or days or different candles, the moving averages change with it. But as you can see, like I have this 90-day moving average, and Bitcoin hasn't even touched the bottom of a 90-day ever since back in like, yeah, like 2020 or 2019. So like we've been on the craziest uptrend since basically, let me just look right here. Yeah, like October of 2020, and we've been on a crazy just. So yeah, that's where Bitcoin is at, and I'll just look at the ADA chart really quick because ADA's been just moving today. So I think it'd be unfair if we didn't look at that. So here's on a daily. So each of these candles represents 1 day of ADA moving around. Um, so yeah, and then I'll just show like a 4 hour, and that'll be kind of where we're at right now. So yeah, look at that huge green candles. Yeah, that boosted it up. It's still sitting at like $1.38, $1.39 right now. So yeah, with that said, I think we're gonna be wrapping up this video quick. But what we want to do before we go is we actually want to, because like how Sam mentioned earlier in this video, we both actually have a lot of graphic design and like artistic skills. So we wanted to show off a little bit of the art that we got, which I think I'll actually let you go first, Sam. So I'm gonna put you on full screen.
All right, yeah, sounds good. Let me just present now here and just pull up a couple of these little. They're very quick.
So while we wait for Sam to, I guess I'll just kind of go back here really quick, and we'll just kind of keep. It's on the news right now. No, and actually, no, what I'll do really quick, Sam, when you get ready, I want to recommend two YouTube videos. So I recently found this guy, and he doesn't necessarily talk about crypto, and like you can't believe everything you hear or say. Like usually, if you feel like watching it, like take it as you will, and like I don't per se think everything this guy is saying is true, but he definitely makes a lot of good points. This guy is called the European. This is his channel. I watched this video called the Great. It's called the Great American Lie, and then he's got these other videos that are really great where he touches on a lot of crazy topics like poverty and just politics and government. So I think, and it's not too political, but he's basically showing the stuff that is going on in the world right now, and I feel a lot of it has to do with financial things. So I think that's a good person to like learn a lot of stuff from for like current things. And then the other thing I wanted to show, let me go down here in my history really quick. Yeah, there's this channel. It's called the Epic Economist, And
Playing video
here,
games is
I
fun.
didn't mean to go into it.
Trading.
But yeah, so the Epic Economist is another great channel that I've been looking at, and they got tons of great videos that are like telling you about what's going on right now with like the financial crisis and like the housing, the real estate bubble that's about to blow, and like basically it tells you everything that's going on with like inflation at the moment and everything. And I'm kind of just scrolling through my history of my YouTube, so anybody that sees like this is what I've been watching, like everything about, and obviously I watch other stuff sometimes too, but mainly been keeping it crypto informed because I'm trying to
Keeping it
keep up.
crispy.
Yeah, keeping it crypto
Welcome
informed.
to the Epic
For
Economist
Yeah, this
real.
is
channel.
the Epic
We are
Economy guy.
living in historical times,
Yes, we are.
witnessing and analyzing the effects of the 21st century Great Depression.
Yep, I'll
The
pause it
next
right there.
generation.
It was actually, you didn't hear it, Sam, but it was he said a couple quick things. You'll
Yeah.
see it when you watch the video.
Nice. Well, yeah, I'm pretty much ready whenever you are. I pretty
All right,
much just
cool.
like push play on these things, and I really don't care if people see them as much as
You're
these
full
aren't even
screen.
final ideas.
You're full
So,
screen.
do you see the
Yeah,
like
you're.
the play thing?
Yep, you're full screen.
Did the coins just drop?
Yep, yep.
All right, there it is, y'all. So yeah, we're just seeing kind of like some previews, some different crypto related art, I would say, that I've been playing around with and experimenting with and stuff like that. The Bitcoin's going crazy up there at the top. It looked super crazy. But yeah, the old beloved Dogecoin. People love that thing, even though it may not be going where they
So
want it to go.
just kind of quickly touch on like just quickly like how you made some of this stuff. Like just keep it
Oh yeah, I
simple.
guess some of this stuff's more like about it's a combination of Photoshop and 3D programs, a variety of different 3D programs that can create the 3D objects. But then After Effects is another program used to kind of put the videos together and stuff like that. So a lot of this stuff is just stuff that we knew in school, like when we were talking about going to Seattle and living out there and stuff like that. That's kind of where these skills even they came into being. I would say they showed up.
Yeah, no, a lot of
So
these look great. Like I'm looking at them right now. That one
yeah,
looks good. The
that
polka dot.
polka dot was a little bit weird. This one wasn't exactly related to crypto as much as it was just related to learning about how to use Cinema 4D, which is a tool, an animation tool, and you can even model and do some other different things too. But that's pretty much kind of it,
That was
I
like a
would say.
little demonstration. No, that was a lot of
Yeah.
great stuff. And I think next time, Sam, I obviously know because I know you, but I know you have a lot of other good art stuff that you've been working on that's crypto related. So maybe next time we'll share
Yeah.
that.
No, sure. Yeah.
So
There is some stuff that like I'm actually developing right now that hopefully yeah, I mean you can even be a part of for it if you want, like I said before. Like just making this thing work in a way that it could blow up to be like some seriously solid,
uh,
NFTs
so
that
I'm just you could keep
you don't have to
talking,
worry
but
about.
I'm just gonna show some of my art. Like I have the crypto for idiots thing I made, and then yeah, I'm showing the coin hanger.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
then the crypto. This is actually the thing I made for the background for the crypto chat. And then I'm just showing like the Ethereum. You know how I made those Bitcoin cards and the Ethereum QR cards. Yeah, I'm just showing all
Mm.
that stuff now. So this is a bunch of stuff that I made like in Photoshop and stuff like that too. So
Oh yeah, and I would say yeah, your techniques with like creating the physical versions of some of this stuff are actually pretty dope. And I was actually watching one of those crypto documentaries that the guy was like making the physical bitcoins and like putting the addresses, like your private key, like on the actual Bitcoin and whatever.
I've seen
It was
those, and they
nuts. I
sell
was
them in
like,
like vending
yeah,
machines, and you'll spend like a couple bucks, and you'll get one, and you could actually, and they're meant to be spent like a physical thing, but if you wanted to, you could peel the sticker off and then take the
right,
QR code digitally, like take the money digitally, and then
right,
that actual physical token would become useless. But as long as
right.
the sticker is on it,
It's
it's
still
got
like
the
here
crypto
in this
on
world,
that. Yep.
basically. Yeah, for sure. That's nuts.
So no, I pretty much showed
Yeah,
that
these.
art. So I just wanted to mention though that we were making a lot of this art because we're planning on making our own NFTs real like
Yeah.
soon. So
Which yeah, y'all would have to like look into see what that means. But ultimately, yeah, these are some test runs on how to maybe create some things that we weren't exactly doing before, and at least I wasn't. I wasn't even using Cinema 4D. I was only using well, I was using a variety of programs, but it wasn't that one. And that one is now doing some things for me that I'm impressed. So I'm happy to keep learning how to use it.
No, for sure. And well, yeah, I think we had a pretty good episode. We're about at our time, so I mean, I would say that yeah, we're gonna definitely be doing more videos, and we're gonna try to touch on a lot of different stuff. It's not always gonna be like just doing like price searching or talking about even like certain things. Like sometimes we might just be showing a bunch of crypto art and just talking, lightly brushing over the main news and stuff like that for the day. But yeah, I would say definitely keep an eye out for our stuff, and as time comes on, I'm sure like we'll be making videos on a more regular basis. Anything else you want to put in, Sam?
No, man, that's it. I think without talking people's ears off in this first or second episode or whatever this is, I think we're good.
Yeah, I think just people definitely need to like jump on this as soon as they do their research and figure out it for themselves. Like,
Yeah, because it is actually a limited time. I would say you kind of, it's not that it's limited, but the fact that everything runs in a cyclical form where things come around and they go around and they come back again in just everything, fashion and everything. We know that this one does that too. And it's going to come and go if you don't jump in at the right time. And right now, we've already gone through about a quarter of the way, or almost maybe 30-40% of the way through this particular cycle potentially. Like it may be a different one, but
dude, we feel like
yeah, we
we got
can't do
in
it again.
late because you got in like a
Yeah,
month before I did, but I'm starting to realize we
it was
actually
already
it was
like
you're not
months
people aren't
behind where
even
it could
late
have
yet,
been.
but in the next like couple of months you probably will be late.
Right, and you'll have missed a good portion of what your
When the getting was
return on
really good.
profit would be. Yes, which would be a percentage on your money, which would be a good percentage that you've never probably seen before ever.
And we're definitely going to
So
talk about that stuff in more videos in the future.
yeah,
So, yeah, I think like, and the one thing I do just want to like mention here at the very end is that like I know there's tons of other crypto like currency channels or other YouTubers or content creators that make YouTube videos, and what I want to say is that what we're going to try to be a little bit more unique than just your regular crypto YouTube channel. So as
and as you
time,
can see, we're coming straight from the crib, like
yeah,
literally.
we're keeping it
This is my
real.
house, like straight up. So I would say, yeah, we're normal people, and we're not financial advisors.
Exactly. I
We
was about
are
to say
not
those
here to
things.
talk to you about what you should be doing with your money. This is literally what I'm doing with my money, and ultimately how I've already seen in the past few months that this
And
is an
we're trying
opportunity
to
that
spread
may be
education is
a
what we're
once in a
doing, and
lifetime
I don't think
thing,
you
but
can get in trouble at least too much for trying to spread education. But yes, we are not
no,
financial advisors. We are not stockbrokers. We're not none of that
right,
stuff.
at all, at all.
But I would say
What you
we're
would
me and
call the retail investor at
but
best,
what
and
what me and Sam are definitely are capable individuals and definitely have the entrepreneur mentality and like spirit. So yeah. All right, well, say bye, Sam. I got you full screen really quick. Just give
all
me
right,
a
y'all.
shout out, and then yeah, I'm on crypto out. Appreciate everybody that caught this video, and I'm sure it'll get seen more in the future. So, yep, Freddie G, I'm out.
Peace.